rich.
And this is Double Standards, a show where we talk about
motherfucking double standards.
So let's get into it. One of the things I saw recently that I thought was interesting was that Erykah Badu, the lovely Erykah Badu, is
The legendary.
allegedly engaged to a gentleman who is like 20 years younger than her. But, you know, it was people that were like hating, but it was a lot of women that's like, oh, that's good for her and stuff like that. But I know for a fact if that was like a guy, they'd be like,
He's a rapist. He's
not a rapist, just a creep.
He's Kales.
Just a creep, not a rapist.
No, for real. It's a double standard. It's a double standard that works on women's side. As usual.
I mean, no, not as usual.
As usual.
Don't do that.
It's more double standards that work for women than they do for men.
You're Sison.
That's some facts though. You can't say Sylvester got his groove back.
No question.
And have him in some foreign island with some girl 20, 30 years younger than him.
That man is old enough to be that girl daddy.
But mind you, if it was the other way, like she wasn't on his line, he was on her line the whole time.
She know how to say no.
And that's literally the same plot as Stella got her groove back.
No, like, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Stella got her groove back.
Okay. On top of that, remember the thing. Now, I think it was very creepish, but the dude who like 40 years old, he waited for the girl to get old, get like 19 or 18 years old, and end up marrying her little girl.
You talking about where he was like his stepdaughter or something?
No, it wasn't his stepdaughter. It was like, it was something, I forgot exactly what it was, but it was like that. But they was wrong. I thought that was wrong too.
But that's once it's like family, it's like
they wasn't family. No, first of all, that's some deep shit.
They weren't blood relatives, but it was like, let's just say it was his wife's granddaughter or something. You know what I mean?
No, that's some creepy ass shit.
Like they weren't related.
But this is the whole point. Even if that was a woman, they would be more okay with it than
no, they would have.
Yes, they would.
They would have.
Yes, they would. But anyway, Erykah Badu. First of all, I take her fine ass for 20 years. But
you're close in age.
First of all, son.
Well, kinda.
Hold up, son. Don't disrespect me like that.
Y'all are, son.
How old is Erykah Badu? 50?
Yeah.
Hold up, son. So don't disrespect me like that.
Y'all are closer.
She's close to getting her AAP card.
Y'all are closer than the dude.
Well, her ass ain't 50 years old.
I'm sure that's what he was thinking too.
But the whole point is, it's nothing wrong. It's not, like I said, men don't look at stuff like that. Women look. Women. Like you just said, if a woman would have been the other way, vice versa. Women, oh, that man is gross. He is disgusting.
Yeah, it just would have been.
But why is that okay though?
I never said it was okay.
Why is it okay? Well, okay, why do women think it's okay? It's good for her. It's good for her. But if a man does that, he's wrong.
Because I think the reason why women think it's worse for men is because generally, like just in the whole world, not even just in America, not even just whatever, generally men are more drawn to youthful women or women that are very like, I won't say young, just youthful, which is kind of like creepy because if you're 47, why are you like looking at a girl that's super, super young, or you want a girl that acts this way or behaves this way or her body looks this way?
I don't want no ran ass old lady.
But you're old as fuck.
So what?
If your balls is to your knees, why you worried about her boobs being saggy? Why do you expect a girl to be this perky young, tenderoni, and you old as hell? That's just weird.
Okay, why does a woman have soggy ass titties and want a young nigga who can...
Women aren't like that though.
First of all, that's a lie.
Women be taking mad dad bods. They do.
That's because that's what it's supposed to be.
Because dudes be young with dad bods.
Come on, son. Yeah, okay, but it's still young.
Bendy.
It still does not matter.
So that's the thing. I think generally men are always like drawn to like this young looking.
So you telling me women ain't drawn to younger men?
Yeah, they might think that they're cute, but I don't think they're gonna see a man like, oh, he don't got a 6-pack. I'm 48 years old, but this
first of all,
this 50-year-old man don't have a 6-pack. I don't want him.
But first of all, if
let a 50-year-old woman not have a super perky, perfect boobs and the butt and his flat stomach and all of that.
It is some young men who like older women. They like mature women, but they cut up. They ain't say that's why. That's like you just prove the point with it. 50-year-old woman, they probably don't think that young man don't want me. That's what it is.
But that's not always the case. They're not always
most of the time it is.
They're not always Angela Bassett. Sometimes it's just regular older women.
Ain't nobody want her old ass. Angela Bassett's rich. She was fine in there. You know, she was cut.
Son.
She didn't look like she was that age. It's okay, like my man said, it's okay for Stella to get her groove.
Stella can get her groove.
But Sylvester,
Stella could go to Jamaica and get her
yeah,
groove.
right.
You know what I'm
you
saying?
won't get frowned upon in society, which really, when it comes down, is women.
Women don't seek that though. Of course, they're attracted to it because it's natural, but it's not like they're looking for the most youthful man they could find. Men be looking for the most youthful woman they could find.
You know why? Because a lot of youthful men don't have no goddamn money. Older women want security, especially at that
Even
point.
just aesthetically. Like, I don't think a woman sees a man and they're like, oh, wow, you're 43, but you look 29. Like, oh, I'm even more drawn to you. But when it's the other way, that's how men are. Like, oh, I thought you were a lot younger than you were.
So you don't think economics got anything to do with it? Why women tend to like look for older men?
I don't think they look for older men. I'm talking about aesthetically. Like, if you see a man who looks young, you're not like, ooh, I want him, unless you're creepy. Most women are like, oh, he's a handsome guy.
That's
No, that's a lie, because what about these damn teachers in here fucking these high school students?
Yeah, they're pedophiles.
Okay, but they're not frowned upon like
Son,
niggas
yes, they are.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
First of all, and this is just the difference between men and if a man teacher does that to a woman, he's frowned upon. Like, why would you do that to little girls? The little girls. But see, little girls of teenage, high school, whatever girls you want to, they always say, I want a mature man. I'm looking for a mature man. Even when I was in high school, you had older dudes picking girls up from school. So now, as a man, I don't know what Rich won't say, but I know at school, like, shit, you hitting Miss Matthews? Nigga, you that nigga. You know what I'm saying? It's cool. We cool with that.
Nah, facts.
Women ain't. Even as a boy, as a man, if I found out like that, you a wild nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but I'm talking about adults seeking younger people, not the little boys just trying to get a notch on their belt by fucking an old lady.
Times have changed, Bree. It used to be frowned upon. Women are doing a lot more shit like this and get away with it. It's easy because y'all, first of all, women are forgiving. You're way more forgiving than men are. Especially women are way more forgiving with other women than they are men.
What you mean?
Because, oh well, girl, it's okay. Just let her do this. But I'm telling you, if a man does that, or his nasty ass, it's double standards to the 10th power. I'm telling you.
Maybe y'all think that. I don't think that.
My personal opinion is that when it comes to like, I just think sometimes older women get away with a lot more, like, especially when it comes to language to younger men. Like, older women say some wild things to young dudes, like, if I was 20 years younger, if I was like, and it be like, and it don't be like on no sneak tip. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like,
they can get away with it.
They saying this at the cookout. Like,
let a nigga do
they
that.
saying this at the cookout. But meantime, like, you 16, 15, like, if an older male said that publicly in front of everybody, son,
nah, for real.
like, you already know, like,
niggas. But I have had somebody I used to date. Grandma say some shit. Hold up, grandma.
Oh, grandma's the worst. 75 and over club, no filter.
No, it's no question.
This is the main difference, and this is what y'all don't think about because y'all are men and y'all have y'all's man privileges. At the end of the day, let's just say it is a young man who's, let's just say 14, young. Like, you very much look like a child. You don't look like a man. You look like a little boy. 14-year-old girl. She looks like a 14-year-old girl. If a man decides to take advantage of that girl, if he's sexually attracted to her or he wants to do anything with her, he can overpower her, dominate her, and have sex with her or do whatever with her. With the boy, nothing could really happen unless he wants it to. That's why it's looked at so bad. If you're an old man looking at young girls, it gives rape. When you're an old lady looking at a young boy, you're still a pedophile, but you can't really do anything to that boy unless he wants to do it. That's the difference.
So the prospect of the physical presence makes it acceptable for women because they can't physically take what they want from you.
Not acceptable, but it doesn't come off the same way. But a man could very easily overpower a young woman.
So that's a double standard that works out for y'all. Notch one.
Notch one. I definitely think that is a notch one on our end. Because
on their end.
Oh
It's
yeah,
against us.
it's against us. You know what I'm saying? Y'all get a point
Y'all
for that
wanna
one.
y'all wanna be able to be creep so bad.
No, we don't. I want to be able to live in a creep free world. Like
First of all,
I
I am a
want,
creep.
I want to see some.
I am a creep, but first of all,
I,
I have standards to my creepiness because it's certain. First of all, I have 3 girls, as I have said this, so I'll be ready to kill a nigga on certain shit. But it's the point, like it's a respect. Like I can't. This niggas I know who go to high school. Niggas older than me go to. I'm about to go to high school. Nigga, what? Why?
Yeah.
Okay, but women, it's women who do this shit too.
I do not know no women that's coming to the football games. This
crazy.
football game
That's because you
looking
give
for
that's,
little boys.
that's because
You're
you give
crazy.
women too much credit.
Facts.
Like you just act like y'all is the
So
all right.
answer this.
Don't bite the apple, Eve.
So you know it be dudes who graduated 4 years ago that still be coming to the high school
It's niggas who
at the
do
end
that.
at the
Yes,
end of the
it
day.
is. It is niggas that
What
do that.
girls be coming to the school
Women won't
that
tell you they do that, but
graduated
they would do that.
four
No,
years ago?
Women do that.
Man,
You be surprised. You will be surprised. You will be
bruh.
surprised.
I know dudes who was getting rides home from like their old lady. You know what I'm saying? Like
It, teachers be in there.
it's just super acceptable. Like
it's okay for women.
it's
Women
super acceptable.
really
That boy, that little 15, 16, 17-year-old boy get in that car, that Altima, you know what I'm saying? He get in that car of that middle-aged woman. Nobody's thinking nothing of it. That's his big sister.
You know, one thing I realized.
No,
one
I
thing I
don't think
realized,
so.
you don't know women to do nothing wrong. That's
That's not true.
That's
That's
offending.
not true. I just said that I think that's wrong.
I think that's
I
terrible.
said you don't know nobody who does nothing wrong. No woman that knows that does anything wrong.
I mean, I wouldn't say that. I know some wild women.
Shit,
So
I'm talking
yeah.
about. Well, okay. Well,
They count too.
We gave that notch to that double standard works for women. So let's move on to the next.
I think another thing that I've seen lately that's kind of becoming like a big, I don't know, there's controversy around it, but like the most popular ones that I could think of right now that's like interracial couples is like Serena and her husband, Kanye and whatever white woman he's dating that week. Who else? Well, she's mixed.
Still,
I was
still interracial though.
No, I mean,
some people you'll class they still would classify
people think like Wale's girlfriend is like not.
I didn't know.
Black.
I don't know Wale's girlfriend.
She looks not black, but she's black and white. It's just a lot of couples that are like, or a lot of athletes. Even what's the dude who just walked off the field? He took his shit off.
Antonio Brown.
AB, his wife. A lot of stuff like that. People feel like it's a double standard for women and men.
It is women, because black women are the ones who get mad about that. Black men don't, I mean, unless you got somebody who's my man Dr. Umar, who he's the only one who cares about. Black men don't care. If Serena, if that makes,
they definitely care.
No, they don't. Nobody I know cares about her. That's what she wants.
So you telling me that people don't be in Serena's comments calling her a bed wench?
They was calling her that before she even knew this dude.
Yeah, because she always dates white guys.
No, she was calling that before. They just
except Common.
They just saying that before. Black women ain't like her when she was dating Common. Like why she don't look good? Why he looks too good for her?
But they were hating. They were hating on Serena. They weren't hating on a relationship.
Who cares?
It's people that be talking
first of all,
about.
Man, we have our grandmother that married a white man.
For sure.
So that don't bother me.
Yeah, but a lot of guys do care. Or even like what's her name? Issa. Ain't her boyfriend? No, she married a black man.
She
said black women should date Asian men.
Rich, do you? Oh, okay, that's her preference.
No, she said that all black women should start dating Asian men.
Why would I care about that? I don't want Issa's raggedy ass. She's rich.
People do care though.
No, they don't. That's more women. Women.
I will say this: men might care, sure, alone, but I've never had a conversation with fellow men about interracial dating. That's never been a topic of conversation between me and my male friends.
I've never had that conversation with just women, but I've had it in a room with like black men and women.
Women get madder than men. It's every time you see especially if it's a professional, somebody who has money, who's successful, they feel like, they always running on white women. They always running on white women. Black men, I think men don't say that shit about it. Like, she ran into a white man. I ain't want her ass anyway.
The reason the reason why women get so upset is because generally, especially black men who date outside of their race, they don't just say, like Kanye, they don't just say, okay, I want a white woman or Armenian or whatever she is, mixed, whatever. Most of the women he date now are white. I want a white woman. This is my wife. This is my girlfriend, whatever, and going about his business. They like, oh, I want a white woman, and this is why they white women, because they don't do all of this shit that those ghetto black bitches and black women this and black women this
Sometimes they
and
don't even say
da
that.
da da. Yes, they do.
Sometimes they will say, "This
They
is what
talk
I don't
bad
have."
about black
okay,
women
because that's their experience.
all the time.
That's their experiences.
It's rare that they just date
their,
and live their life.
That is their experience. You can't be mad if that's their experience. Just like a lot of black women sit there and say, "Well, I date this man because white men know how to take care of this black because all you niggas is dirty and just keep on fucking hoes." So I don't be want to hear that shit.
It's more common with men than women.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Have you ever in your life seen a room of white men like, oh yeah, that's why I don't be fucking with these white bitches because they be blah 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 blah. Like, it's only black men that do that.
First of all, it's frowned upon. It's really frowned upon with them, regardless. It's a lot of white men who do love black women too.
Yeah. But they don't shit on white women if they do.
That's not true. You probably don't answer the question. That's the difference.
Have you ever seen that? Have you ever seen that?
I just haven't been a part of that many of those conversations.
Just in general, even like on the internet.
I will say this though.
Go on social media now. I guarantee you see more comments of women saying shit about some shit like that than you see. But
I'm telling you, that's why women get more upset, because black men shit on black women instead of just doing whatever they want to do. It's fine.
But a lot of black men will argue that black women just be shitting on black men.
Correct.
And dating us.
Correct. Like, all you say you use this for money. I'm using this on trips for the fuck all that. That's the hope. I guarantee you, like I said, this works for y'all more. This is another one. It's another one. Double standards. It's only one double standard that works in y'all favor. Works in our favor. If we fuck a lot of girls, we pimps, players. Y'all fuck a lot of girls, y'all hoes. That's the only one you can give me right now that I can think on top of it. That's the only one. That's the only one that works for us.
And I don't even think, I guess to most people that's a double standard, but I'm telling you why that's a double standard. Because even if we use Serena, most black men, let's just say it's Serena at 23.
Okay, Eve married to the rich billionaire. First of all, I ain't mad. I'm like, damn, shit, she married a billionaire. Go ahead,
No,
sis.
but look, we're going to use Serena. Serena, that's picture 23-year-old Serena. She's the best female athlete in the world, arguably the best athlete in the world at that time. She's on her shit. She got her money. She's doing her thing. Most men are like, Serena's ugly as fuck. She's black as shit. I don't like, how she look. Oh, she look manly. Okay. Oh, she look this, she look that. Then she says, okay, well, this is how black men view me. She goes and marries a white man. And y'all like, oh, race traitor, bad wench, that's blah, 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 all of that shit.
That might be the Muslim brother.
What was she supposed to do?
I don't care. No, that's not you.
And I just really find it hard to believe that.
I'm telling you, people say that all the time.
Because you dig into it. You dig into it because you find one comment. I told you.
No, son, I don't. People say it all the time.
Nah, son, Serena lived in the era before social media.
Even
so
when people be like, "Oh, she's
a
black queen," they like, "Yeah, and she married a white man."
You talking about social media interaction, right, which is not real life.
And what do the women say?
Interaction.
Go ahead, queen. You got your coins, and that's my point. That's my whole fucking point. You might see for every 5 men you say that shit, you see 30 women. Go ahead, queen. She should. I need to find me one. Okay, well go.
But have you ever seen, out of all of the black women we know who date outside their race, Asian, Hispanic, white, whatever, do you see them like, oh, yeah, that's why I start fucking with Asian men, because these niggas be blah, blah, blah.
You can go on social media right now and tell you.
You don't even got to go on social media.
You just said Issa Rae.
You can go to the club.
Issa Rae didn't downgrade black men. She said black women should date Asian men.
Why is she saying that?
She said that because
she said it without saying it.
Demographically or whatever. No, this is why she said it. Because according to, whatever studies, black women and Asian men are the least desired demographics in the world.
I don't believe.
But she said most of the time, financially, economically, whatever, they're over everybody else. So they should start dating. That's why she said that.
She was saying they were the most educated.
Yeah.
Not the least.
So
she said they were the least desired. She said they were the least desired.
So in other words, you saying niggas is dumb.
That's why she said that.
All I'm saying is, I think in every race, you have people within that race that is attracted to something that is exotic to them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Rappers do it. Exotic cars, all my women exotic. I'm not
you
one
know,
of them people.
like everybody wants like something exotic, like, and I think the same is true for all races. Like, it's
Right.
people within their races that only want to date people within their race. It's people
Mhm.
who are open minded, like, I'm gonna just follow my heart. And then you got people who exclusively, like, you have black women who exclusively date white men. You have white women who will never date who only date black men. You know what I'm saying?
Matter of
Like,
fact, what's the thing? I just seen the thing online. 86. What is it? 86% of black men marry black women. It's media driven a lot.
They don't get married though. Y'all don't be getting married like that. So I don't
Well,
hear
I
that.
said 86%. Come on,
I don't hear that,
you don't
son.
hear this. You
I
don't
don't
hear
hear
that.
son.
First of all, I got married. Who I married? A black woman. Now I left her ass,
Facts.
but that's the case. But I tried. That's the whole point. That's what I'm
do
saying.
her.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Don't do her like that.
That's what I'm saying though. So that don't you can't. Have you ever heard me say any black woman who married a white man? What have you ever heard me say?
But-
Oh, you wench, you traded on the race.
That's your personality.
Have you ever heard me
There's
say
a
that?
lot of guys who be
Okay, it
butthurt
is,
about
but
it.
who is it? More men than or women?
I just told you why.
Answer the question.
Because black men shit on black women.
Answer the question, sis. Is it more women or men?
It's definitely more women.
Thank you.
But I just told you why.
Double standard too.
No.
I don't care about the reason.
But that's a legit reason though.
It's not.
Yes, it is.
Because black women, so you trying to tell me you ain't heard black women putting black men down, black men are dogs.
For
they don't have
for
of all,
sure.
Their credit ain't shit. They ain't got shit.
For sure.
Okay, so
but
that's
what
I'm
I'm saying is every black woman who I see, like a successful black woman or just even a regular black woman with a man outside of her race, she not like, oh, I started fucking with them because, and then start shitting on black men.
They probably don't answer the question. She can't. Her daddy black.
Nobody be asking these ashy niggas why they don't like black girls.
First of all, Kanye is your man.
For sure.
So stop listening to him then. Sis.
No, I don't have nothing against this man dating white women.
All right, so
as long as he
Kanye
keeps
told
making
you what
hits,
he was gonna do.
As long as he keeps making hits, I don't care.
Kanye said verbatim, and when he get on,
but see that's but see the whole fuck no lie was told. But see the whole thing is though this is the problem. What I have when it goes back, we ain't gonna go too far off of it. But they say that black women do bash. I mean, black men bash and tell no reason. But y'all support the Kardashians more than you support your own and shit like that. That all goes down to that.
Have you seen Kanye talking shit about black women while he was married to Kim Kardashian? No. He has never said, "Oh, I started dating this white woman because black bitches do this and don't do that."
Because he chose who he wanted to be.
But he never said that. He can be with whoever he wants to be with.
But you got a lot. Again, you're saying that the frustration of black women comes from black men dating outside of their race and then shitting on them.
And usually successful.
It's the successful. But then you just gave a great example of a black man who's dated outside his race and didn't do that.
That's one.
But it's more examples. But that's one more example than you gave on the other end. You know what I'm saying?
All the black women, they don't be shitting on the black men when they date outside their race.
That's a lot. They got the people on The View.
You gave me two examples.
The fat lady on The View. She was sitting there talking about y'all need to stop dating black. Yes. So who the fuck wants her fat ass? What the fuck? There's plenty of people who will push to the side. Go ahead, sis. Do your thing.
Okay, what about the one Maurice sister? I don't know the difference. One of them is married to a white man. She's never said anything negative about black men.
But that's what I'm saying. You pick and choose.
How do I?
It's no question. It's no way in the world you can go on social media and see that black women don't bash black men just as much as what you trying to say. What black? It's all over social media. Y'all don't need black. Y'all don't need us for shit, but their money. That's the whole thing. So is this interracial? What I'm saying.
You're talking about bottom shelf women.
But that's the problem.
Successful black women do not talk like that.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
I don't hear that from successful black women. I hear that from women who want somebody to take care of them.
No, because successful black women give you better rhetoric. They say that black women and black women and Asian men are the most well-educated and
they're politically correct. They're politically correct. You know what I'm saying?
Like they just because someone gives you a higher level of rhetoric doesn't place the actual reality.
Doesn't mean they're saying the same
nobody.
thing.
She stated facts.
They're saying the same thing.
She stated facts.
And I'm pretty sure that them brothers feel like they stating facts.
No, they're not.
All right, Rich. Who do you think this double standard works more for?
Um, I think it is more acceptable for a black woman to date outside her race than for a black man to date outside his race.
That is true.
Two.
That is true.
So
Double standard
like
works for a woman again.
that's that I would say that.
But I won't even say just with black women. I would just say women in general. Because
No,
I feel like
we talking about black women.
I
This is
know,
more
but I'm
about what's
saying
the name.
definitely for black women.
Yeah,
But I'm saying
no,
women
for
in
sure.
general, I feel like most women
Anytime
it's more
it's
okay
just
for them to
anytime
date
a
outside
success.
their race.
This open now. If it was broken,
Women have a freedom. Women have fought. I think I don't think it was like overnight, right? Because before it was like you're dating who you're marrying this person, right? Like, but like I think women overall have more of a freedom. I know we talk about the double standard with men sleeping with a bunch of women and women sleeping with a bunch of men, but I think women definitely enjoy a freedom that men necessarily don't. That has more consequences for us if we try to take those same liberties.
I can take that. I can believe that. It works.
Yeah,
I think
maybe.
that's more close. But I still believe it is. It's like I said, the double it's more double standards to go for women side than our side. Okay, but let's finish that topic though.
On the I guess a spinoff of that big thing with that too is the way black men, even when they do date black women, it's like, oh, I only want the ones that's red bones, I only want light skins, I only want what Chris Brown say, the bitches with the good hair, I only want blah blah blah, all this other big
Right.
wild
Now
shit.
this is some deep shit.
Now, before wait, before you get into it, now
hold on,
it's definitely way more men who say that goofy shit.
Hold on, no.
Than women.
First of all, it's a lie. Let's open it up from here.
Because women be with y'all pea head asses
for everybody.
and just let y'all
shut
rock.
out, son.
Just let y'all
For
rock.
everybody who don't know, we had a situation with one of them weak ass podcasts that the gentleman said they didn't do black women night riders, as he called them.
The little dude, whatever he was,
he tried to get smart with Asian doll on. What he did was out of line. It's
he said he didn't do dark meat.
He said he didn't do night riders.
Yeah, he said he don't do dark meat.
That's, even though it's a way to handle and say shit. So I'm very outspoken. I say pretty much anything, but that, first of all, you ain't black in the first place. And on top of it, you got another nigga who's ugly as shit, who's African, and I'm sure his mom is just as black as his ass. So it's a way to handle stuff. But on that note, women expect men not to have a preference. No, it's not nobody's fault that you're dark skinned, but I've heard plenty of fucking women say, I'm not messing with no light skinned man. He look weak. He looks sensitive. He's too pretty for me. The shit goes up. First of all, we play around with each other as male. Like, I always see my dark skin like, nigga, you said that you told on the light skinned nigga in the courtroom, Nino Brown. You was bigger than Nino Brown, so it's a joke. But I've heard plenty of women say they don't like light skinned men, and it's fine. Light skinned niggas don't light skinned men. I had my man be like, man, shit, light skinned niggas making a comeback. Let me say, I ain't messing with you dark skinned bras. You must don't love your mama. You just love your mom. He hates himself. It's a preference. If you don't want a woman with short hair, don't have it. Nigga, I don't want the nappy hair. Okay, you don't want the nappy. That's his preference. If they want the European looking, that's their preference. It's a preference. It's a way about you can say it. But I've heard, don't miss me with that shit. I ain't never heard. It's even people who date, even most light skinned women like dark skinned men. So, and most dark skinned women like light skinned men. That's what it is. It's a preference. You can't get mad. That man don't want he don't want no dark skinned girls in his section. That's his problem. I mean, that's what his preference is. That's what he wants.
Okay. Number one, you're comparing black men who be black as 2 a.m., navy blue, look like a walking shadow in the daytime, saying that they don't want a dark skinned girl.
I understand it to a certain extent.
How?
Because
son.
Because they don't want somebody to match their ugliness. So
how can your black ass? How can your navy blue ass say you don't want to talk to a dark skinned girl? Number one, that's crazy. But then you're comparing it to women who be like, oh yeah, light skinned niggas this or light skinned dudes be this way. And it's kind of like an ongoing joke. Like, yes, it's rooted in like the same kind of slave mentality shit.
That's all
But
goes
it's
back
like
to
an
that.
ongoing joke. I don't know anyone who's like, oh, I refuse to talk to him. I will never talk to a light skinned man in my life. I don't care
First of
what. I
all,
don't care what he look like. I don't care what his body look like. I am not talking to no light skinned nigga.
I asked your nieces the other day. She said, I asked both of them. I said, I heard, yeah, Dad, I have. I had in school. I've heard them say, the boy's too light skinned. I heard people say he's too black. You know what I'm saying? And that's in high school. This is your niece.
She's in high school. We're talking about grown people.
No, we not. We talking about everything.
They dating pool is at their school.
No, son. No,
Get
son.
up out of here.
No,
son.
they in all the high schools. You didn't know. First of all, you was a telephone whore in high school, so you talk to everybody on the phone. So
everybody was on my line. Everybody was on my golf line.
It's the difference because it's in the whole. I said something that was just joking around, but it's beautiful dark skinned women and it's ugly light skinned women.
Yes, son, but this is what I'm saying. You're comparing the ongoing thing that's like, oh, light-skinned niggas act this certain way versus there are black men who will refuse to date a dark-skinned woman. Like, they don't care what she got going on, what she look like. They like, I'm not dating
their fucking
black
preference.
Ass bitch.
That's their preference. That's their preference. You don't talk to nobody who's short.
Son, why would I? I'm looking out for
So you a racist to short niggas?
First of all, it's not the same thing.
No, it's the same
and literally,
thing.
I want my.
It's the same thing.
I'm already small. Look, I'm 5'1".
Okay, so this nigga's already black. He don't want somebody.
No. I'm 5'1". With these on, I'm probably about 5'1.5", close to 5'2". I need my son to play varsity. Okay. Complexion is not going to make anybody.
What if that nigga's a bum?
He's not going to be a bum.
The nigga's like AI. This nigga 6 foot. He need to beat the whole.
But he's not short.
Nigga,
I'm a superhero, son. You know I'm a superhero. I cannot do my son dirty and give him more short ass jeans, and that's how most women think. When you see a tall man, you instinctually think you're going to reproduce
so you using niggas once again.
Kids.
You using niggas once again for sure.
No, and what if I'm in an apartment? I got real tall cabinets. I'm like, oh shit, I don't feel like getting a step stool. What if he 5'7"? He can't fucking reach it.
Just say you won't date somebody because they can't get something out the cabinet.
Yes.
As long as they get the job done, it does not matter.
What if I want to wear heels? If I wear heels and we're the same height, that's trash.
Son, that's a preference.
It's trash.
It's the same thing. Is that not a motherfucking preference?
I think it's kind of wild. Like,
it's not
it's
the
a
same
preference.
thing.
I'm just saying, like,
complexion does not inhibit a person's physical abilities at all.
But
height definitely does.
But it does.
And short men begin disrespected.
It's just like
but you gotta
short
also,
men begin disrespected.
We're not gonna act like it's not a such thing as lighter skin privilege.
It is
in most of the
everywhere.
You know what I'm saying?
Everywhere in the world.
We're not gonna act like you don't get advantages like the lighter your skin color is.
You get privilege with a lot of stuff though. You get privilege for being pretty. You get privilege for being an athlete or athletic. You get it's privileges and everything. But that's a fucking preference. Nobody's gonna make me say the way they handled how they said that shit. They said it very racist, and I took offense to that. I have 3 black daughters. I had 3 daughters, and some are lighter, and my one is brown skin. It does not. If you're beautiful, you're beautiful. But it's something like I said. If they don't want to do, okay, somebody. So this is the problem. This is what I problem have. Most dark skinned women or darker brown women say if a man says I don't want no light skinned women in the section. Now I ain't saying I heard somebody say that, but I'm saying if they do, they wouldn't have a problem with that. I guarantee they wouldn't have a problem with that.
That doesn't happen ever.
Does not matter. They wouldn't have a problem. If you have a problem with one, I'm saying any type of complexion, it's a problem anytime.
I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying the difference is you're comparing women with the light skinned men with black women with light skinned men with black men.
So what's the difference? What's the difference then? What's the difference for a woman saying she don't want to mess with no light skinned nigga? They soft, they whatever. What's the difference then in a man saying he don't want no dark skinned girls in his section? It's the same.
I guarantee
thing. It's the same thing.
I guarantee if the right light skinned dude come up,
what's the difference?
If he got his shit together, he look good, and he's on her line
What's the difference?
and he presses her,
What's the
she
difference?
will crack.
What's the
A man who
what's the
just
difference?
don't want a dark skinned woman at all, he refuses to date dark skinned girl. They'll turn their nose up at a dark skinned
What
girl.
is the difference?
Won't even talk to her.
You're not
That's the
answering.
difference.
No. What's the difference? What's the difference between having preference? It's a preference. Is that not a preference though?
Son, no.
It is.
How can you prefer some shit that's not like that's literally like, oh, I would never talk to a girl who wear Versace hats and has locks and wears all black. Never.
It's women who say that. It's women who say they don't want no deal with no man with no locks. And I know that.
And do they have locks though?
No.
How fucking stupid would they look if they said that with locks though?
Because they might have some people.
And then that would tell you, oh, you actually hate your hair. That's what you would get from
tell
that.
me that is like, you know what? She might not want my hair because my hair is longer than hers. Raggedy bitch.
Come on.
So that's the whole thing.
My whole thing is though, like, what's the difference between hating your hair, hating your skin complexion, hating your height, hating whatever?
And I'm not saying that some people actually probably don't hate themselves. It is people like that, but I have no problem with you having a preference. Some people don't like fat people. Some people don't like dating fat bitches. Some people don't like dealing with thin. So it's a preference.
There's plenty of fat ass dudes who be not trying to talk to big girls.
What
and
I
height
will
is not the
say,
same
though,
thing. Don't
what I
put
would
height
say
in.
on the flip side is I do think it becomes unfair when Black men don't provide opportunities to women because of the complexion of their skin.
Yeah,
like if you want some, I only want light skin joints in the club, then that's
like
that's
what was it? Who was it? Rose Bar had the flyer and everybody went off. You don't have you got all fair skin, lighter skin or foreign look women. So I get that.
When you in a position like that and you're hiring people, then I'm like, all right,
if you're not even giving,
that's the line.
But if you're not even
there.
giving them, if you're not even giving them a chance, I do agree with you. But that's still the preference. That's what they want to give off. Now it's up to you. It's up to us as people. Okay, you're not supporting all types. We don't go.
But this is where it becomes a problem. The Ninja Turtle looking motherfucker who said he don't date black girls that was on that podcast. Mm-hmm. Imagine he has a daughter with a white woman, Hispanic woman, Asian, whatever. Mm-hmm. He's black as night. Okay. He's very, very dark. It's very possible his daughter could be darker than all of us. It's possible. Especially if he like Caribbean or African or anything like that. Them genes might go in a hyperdrive and he has a brown skinned girl.
So he look like a fucking idiot. He's an idiot.
And when she hears her dad say that and talk about dark skinned women that way, and then that's his mindset. No matter what he says or how much he loves her, in his mind, dark skinned women are less appealing, they're less attractive.
To him.
They're this, they're that, whatever. Or black women in general.
To him.
All of that. Yeah, but he's going to be raising a black girl who is black to the world. That's a problem.
That's his preference.
But to him, that's a problem that he feels like
that's his daughter.
That's a problem he feel like he probably facing proactively though. He's thinking that the lighter shaded woman that I get with, the same way you would like. I'm not saying that you was wrong for the height thing, but I just keep harping on the height thing. Because like you saying like my son got to play varsity. You know what I'm saying? My daughter got to play varsity. He's like,
so yeah, your son come out short. What if your son come out short regardless?
He got the mentality.
Play this. Like
I'm not going.
I'm like your mom.
But this is the thing. Because I'm a superhero. Even if he is short, he's gonna go crazy.
No, fuck all that.
So
you said you just put down every short man.
I didn't put down no short men. I'm just saying because that's a fact of nature. It's not a thing. Height does not affect your ability to do anything. That's a lot. No, complexion does not affect your ability to do anything. Height does. Even when you walk in a room, if a man is 5'5",
complexion stop you from getting a job. Complexion can stop you from doing a lot of shit.
If you're 5'5", most women is not looking at you, and niggas is disrespecting you because you're little. Nobody's gonna disrespect you because you're dark skin.
Yes, they will.
They might cook you a little bit, but they're not gonna look at you away or overlook you because you're dark skinned.
It's the same thing. It's a double standard. It's a preference.
It's not the same thing.
That's your preference. Yes, it is.
It's not the same thing.
No matter how you want it, it's a preference. You don't. So now, when you walk outside and every short nigga you see, you like you raggedy ass. You know what? You hate yourself. You short as shit. You know, it's the same fucking thing.
First of all, that's also a double standard because short women are cute.
Oh shit.
Short women are cute. Men love small women. They love tiny women, petite women, whatever you want to call it. Most women don't want to.
Short niggas don't like short. You know what short niggas like y'all because y'all short, so they can be taller than y'all.
Tall men love small women. You're wildin'. Anyway, that's a fact. Anyway,
nigga, this because that's everybody's taller than you, so it doesn't
no,
matter.
son. Tall men love small petite women, and then there's some tall men who love tall girls. But all I'm saying is the height thing is not the same as complexion.
3.
I'm not going to raise my son any differently if he comes out 5'6". If a man in his mind thinks that dark-skinned women or black women are not beautiful and he's raising a little black girl, she's going to have complexes.
Okay, even with that, he never said it wasn't beautiful. It is his preference that he doesn't want no.
He was calling them names. He don't find them attractive.
Yeah, that was wrong. That doesn't mean because it's some people. It's okay. Some people might not be attracted to don't want to date white women, but they might find them attractive. You can't do that, Brie. It's a difference.
You're going way over somewhere else.
No, I'm not. It's a preference.
You're going way over somewhere else.
It's the way that if the people if they worded it different, it would still be an issue because any person I see, I don't have a preference of color. I have dark skin. You see me. I have dark skin girls, light skin girls, brown skin girls, whatever the case is. So it's not a preference to me. I find them all shit. Like okay, I don't like thin women. I want a big old ass. That's what I prefer. Everybody knows this. So is that not a preference? So now every skinny girl see me, I hate your ragged ass. I hate your ass too. So it's the same thing. It's a preference. It's a preference, Brie.
That's not the same. It's not the same thing.
It's a preference.
What's
the difference? What's the difference about it?
The difference is you're talking about stuff that's purely sexual. You want joints that's dragging wagons for sex. That's why you care about. That's why you care about big butts.
That's what I'm attracted to.
Yes, sexually. A complexion.
That's what I like to look at.
If a complexion turns you off, there's something way deeper than just what you want to have sex with. It's something in you that's telling you because this person is this shade. Even if they're white, if you see a person is white or light skinned, you instantly think anything about them. You're wrong. If you see a person who's dark and you instantly think anything about them, you're wrong. You instantly
think that I don't want to date her because she's this complete. That's not my type.
I just think that if you see any physical characteristic about somebody
and you assume something, you're wrong.
You're wrong. I'm with you there.
What are you assuming? What? I'm not getting what you're saying. If you assume, because if I seen she's dark, I'm saying assume
like
what?
The dude who was just saying, "Oh, black girls are this way and they have attitudes and they do this and they do that." He probably saying that because he gets curved by black women all the time because he was ugly as fuck. But still. You can't. How could you say that when there's so?
How many times that man have been called Ninja Turtle?
Hella, cause he ugly as fuck.
Okay, but so how many times? That's you doing the same. That's my point. You can't be. You're gonna be pro whatever way.
No. I'm stating facts.
No, you're not.
I'm telling you, this is my thing.
Your opinion's completely wrong.
No, I guarantee you, if he was decent though, if he never said anything negative about black women, he would be treated completely different. Like even like what's the dude who just got jail? He be doing the little, and people be saying he like gay, but he not. The rapper.
I don't know. Bobby Shmurda?
Yeah. He's not the best looking guy, but because his personality is vibrant,
but it's a lot of people. It's a lot of women I know who like him because he's dark skinned.
Yeah, but he's never said anything negative. He's not the most attractive guy, but the way he carries himself, the way he talks about women in general, black women, white women, everybody, he's gonna be carried differently. The ugly ass dude,
he's gonna get carried different because he's rich.
The ugliest dude in the podcast, even with Hot Nigga, it wasn't the same.
He was a rapper on TV.
The ugly ass dude,
he's gonna get a pay.
The ugly ass dude in the podcast, I guarantee you, he dogs black women in person. I guarantee you, he says negative shit about black women all the time. I guarantee you, he treats them differently than he treats women of other races, and that's why we call him Ninja Turtle.
But it's women who do. It's women do that to men too, though. That's
why.
That's the same thing, man.
He act like that because he be getting dubbed.
I just think when you start getting into individuals, you have individuals that are just disrespectful and rude, and as men, women, stuff like that. But that being said, I ain't gonna hold you, Earl. I do think only because I'm gonna take it outside of the relationship part. I do think that double standard impacts women more. Only because I know a lot of dudes who just take their preference too far. Like,
and I know a lot of women who do too.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
How you gonna tell me what I know?
No, you don't, son.
You wrong. That's my point. Look at you now, telling me what I know.
You don't.
I'm on the earth longer than you. I know.
You don't,
I
son.
know. Yeah, her mom
And
told
we-
you the other day. Yes, I do. I do know people who have said I don't want to date him because he's too light skinned. Okay, I'll give you. It may affect women more because
She sounded like she was lit when she said that. First of all,
I was
I'm talking about.
I was
She
more so
wasn't.
like just on like the example you gave with the club and stuff like that. I can't think of no examples like that with men. You know
Because
what I'm
men
saying?
ain't no fucking bartender. But men ain't star tenders walking around.
but have you ever seen a woman saying, "Oh, I don't want no light skinned niggas in my section"?
They don't have no sections.
They
They
be
usually
having
in nigga
sections.
They usually in nigga section.
They even if they did, you never see them say, "I don't want no light skinned niggas in my
I ain't
section."
never heard them say they ain't want no dark skinned niggas in the section
I
either.
will say this though. I think women with a preference are a lot more strict than men with preferences. Like if
Not with complexion. Maybe everything
I
else.
think with complexion, especially
All of them.
like
It can be all of them.
like if you a group of dark skinned dudes and
You-
they are
you're-
into dark skinned dudes, they're going.
send them
They're
over there.
not. They're not. Like you don't
Okay.
have. You're not
They're
about
not
to.
what?
Point
No
blank.
dudes. The light skinned dudes ain't about to swag their way in there. Like
Okay, on session. On what's the name? Really and truly. On some all jokes aside. If you see a lot of say young black men, dark dreads and shit, they just look like they thugs. People you see them they gonna get treated different because they think they're gonna do some shit. You might see some lighter skinned, fair, clean cut guy. They're not gonna feel the same way about them guys. So it works both ways. I would say it may affect women a little bit more with certain because as far as hiring and shit like that, as far as that in business world, I would say that to a certain extent. But like I said, when it boils down to it, it's still a preference. Is it the right preference? No, I'm not the one to judge that. I told you, like I said, with that, what he did was he's a white. Both of them was just wild motherfuckers in the first place. But it's a preference, no matter how you want to say it. If you prefer to do that, they ain't say I don't want the dark skinned girls over here because I don't want them over here because these bitches just talk bad and all. He said I want the light skin. That's his preference. His mom's half white. That's his preference.
Chris
Brown.
Brown?
Yeah. I want to. Most like I said, most niggas I know who are dark skinned, they actually probably they want to be with somebody lighter because they're dark. So it's just
And that is my point. Regardless of whatever you look like, if you're white, black, Hispanic, Asian, whatever other ethnicity, race, whatever you want to call it, all of that stuff is, not even really a thing. Whatever you're categorized as on paper, and you specifically say, I want to date people that don't look like me only, you don't like yourself. You're trying to erase yourself. That's a fact.
I'm not saying that.
That's a fact.
That's not a fact. That's not a fact. That's your preference.
No,
That's your
it's a
preference.
fact,
That's
son.
not your fact because I hate myself because I don't want to. If I don't want to date nobody with no fucking dreads, I hate myself with no dreads.
Dreads is not a genetic thing. Dreads not a genetic thing. If you said right now that I will not date,
yes, it is because everybody can't grow this shit.
That's not your hairstyle is not genetic. Nobody comes out the womb with dreads. They come out with the hair texture. So if you say I'm only dating women who don't have my hair texture, that means you don't like your hair texture. That's a fact. If you say I'm only dating women with loose, bone straight, or loosely curled hair, you don't like your hair. That's a fact.
That doesn't mean. That means
that's a fact.
It's not. I like my hair for me. I don't want my nappy ass. I don't want no.
And that goes into a whole nother world.
Even on the opposite end.
So can the same thing be said of like just people who personally make a decision to change the texture of their hair or refuse to go outside with their natural textured hair?
So most of the time, the only people who even do that, the only people literally in the world who do that is black women. And black women do that for corporate reasons.
No, they do it because that's how they want to do it.
No.
Y'all wear lashes because that's the fuck out. No, that's
Let me finish.
Stop with your bullshit.
When a black woman comes out of the house and she wears her natural hair, she wears her hair in an afro, people are looking at her like, why the fuck didn't you do your hair? If she gets out the bed and walks out the door with her hair as it was when she woke up, or she just pulls it back, people are looking at her like, why the fuck she come out the house like that? Girls with looser curly hair, women with straight hair, whatever, they could get out the bed, roll out the bed, put that shit in a ponytail, and nobody bats an eye. That's why black women alter their hair texture. That's why.
No, they want it because they want their shit.
That's completely different. Even like on the opposite.
You wearing wigs and shit. You don't have to do that. No, I ain't trying
yes, they do.
So could a man carry that same mentality in like thinking about having a child?
What do you mean? The same mentality as what?
Like we was talking about the super. You called him. I don't know the guy the Knight Rider guy. I don't know. I didn't watch the show,
The
but
reason
I'm
he
saying like,
the reason he refuses to date black women is, I would assume, number one is because black women
okay,
have
is this
dubbed
an
him.
assumption?
This is your assumption. That's what
This
you
is
don't
your
know.
opinion.
This was your assumption.
This is because black women have dubbed him because he's an unattractive man in general. It has nothing to do with his complexion. He's an unattractive man, and he just didn't seem like a cool guy. I saw what he had on.
I don't think that anymore.
Number two, he's very, 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 very dark skinned. He was a very dark skinned man.
So you trying
And
to tell
like
me
I said,
you trying to tell me you ain't seen a rack of? I see a lot of motherfucking ugly ass niggas with bad jumps.
like I said, if you don't like something about yourself and you're trying to procreate, you try to erase it. If you're really, really dark, you don't like your dark skin, you try to go as light as you could get. You try to get the lightest one you get. If you don't like your hair texture, you try to go as far from your hair texture as you can. Even on the opposite end with white women, if they love the fact that they love being tan and they love having thicker, fuller hair,
some of that's true.
they will try to go with people who have curlier hair, darker skin, so their kids have those features.
Some of that is
because that's what they want.
First of all, that's
a fact.
First of all, ain't nobody looking at it. I ain't first me. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have a baby with her because her hair's straight. Her, nobody.
You telling me people don't do that?
Nobody just does
you
that off the
telling me
break
people
when
don't
I first
do
meet
that?
somebody.
I listen. I agree.
Not
with
when you
both
first.
of
Not
y'all.
when you first. Not when I first meet somebody.
Yes,
I agree with
not
both of y'all.
you,
I'm just
but
saying.
There's a lot of people who do.
Okay,
for
I'm
sure.
just saying it'll be fair for us to create some distance between somebody not liking a physical feature and somebody not liking themselves.
Yeah, it's a smidget of that. There's not even smidget, a good percentage of that.
So
is
if you
true.
have that feature, you think that still applies?
You said
if
what?
you say I don't like this texture hair and you have that texture hair, you think that person don't have something going on inside themselves?
I think that person doesn't like their. They definitely got something going on for themselves, but I don't think that means.
Okay, so
that
every woman who gets
don't-
surgery is just hates themselves.
I'm not going into that.
Of course, because it's going to look a man.
And that's what I'm saying.
I'm
That's
not
why,
going into that.
and that's why I don't want to draw that line, because if a woman is capable of making a decision for corporate reasons to shift, you know what I'm saying?
There's no corporate reason to have a big ass.
Look how many women.
Can I? I
Go
wasn't.
ahead.
I wasn't.
Go
I
ahead.
promise you, I wasn't talking about big asses.
I thought because he said surgery. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm talking about the hair. Like, if a woman could come up with reasons on why it would be more of an advantage to do something, right? And it be not taken as she hates her hair. You know what I'm saying? But a man can say, like, yeah, I don't like this one thing on my body, on the female body. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think he is a sign.
Man, her titties is the same size as my chest. Like, what the fuck? Like, that's the whole. It's you can't. It's a preference, man. No, it's the preference, bro. No matter how you want to say it.
That's not the same.
Everybody who goes to the opposite of doesn't mean that they don't like their self. That's what I'm saying. You trying to make it seem because every nigga who's dark skinned who just says he don't want to deal with nobody. It's not true. That's your opinion.
The bottom line is, like he started off with, every place in the world, every country in the world, the closer you are to blonde hair, fair skin, and blue eyes, the better you're treated. Even if you're white. Blonde hair, blue-eyed white people get treated better than dark hair, dark-eyed white people in some places. And black people who are lighter get treated different.
That's because something with society,
even in
though.
India, it's a whole world. Everybody's programmed to think that way, and that's why I think it's problematic. The whole world. The whole entire world thinks that way.
I agree with you too with certain
things. That's a fact.
Nothing you say is a fact.
That's
bro.
a fact.
And I can point that. That's a fact. That's the only fact it is. Everything you say is not a fact.
Yes,
that's the only thing, because that's not true. It's still when it boils down to, it's a preference. All these things can lead to other things, yes, but it's a preference. If I don't want to date with no fucking skinny girl, that's my fucking preference. I don't have to do it.
Being skinny is not.
It is genetic. Nothing. It is. Yes, it is genetic.
But it don't affect nothing.
Yes, it does. You don't think it's women who go get jobs because they titties big? Because they look good at the front desk?
No, they get the job because the person there wants to fuck them. And as soon as that person don't want to fuck them no more, they're out of there.
Is that not that's a preference? And guess what? And you got okay.
If you worked your way into it, can't nobody do that.
Why she get that job? Her titties was big. She looked better than this. And the other girl can have a PhD. You know, she got it because of her body. That's my point. It's my whole fucking point. You proved my point, as you always do.
Son, but if somebody says, I don't want her hair anymore, I don't like her anymore, I'm done having sex with her, she's out of there and she can do nothing about it. If that woman has a PhD and she's well qualified for that position, you can't just say, oh, I don't want her no hair no more and get her out of there.
They don't even hire their ass now. You overqualified. So stop what you're doing.
All right, son.
Let's cut this off. You know, there was
So, like I said, I still think that's the reason why it's like a thing with the complexion, because like I said, all across the world people treat darker people worse, but especially the women. Darker women are treated worse than darker men.
okay.
That's a fact.
This is my whole point when it comes down to it. That you can say all that shit if you want to.
The
thing
I
is,
am going to say it.
okay, who complains more about that? Women.
The ones who are more oppressed.
Who claims who? Okay, do you?
The
I have never seen a light skinned man say, they don't like their daddy because he light skinned. I always hear women say this shit.
They don't deal with that. People are not as
men don't care about that shit all the time.
With the
you don't think it's men who
like
it is
that.
men who like, damn, I'm light skinned. It's niggas who probably I'm gonna kill myself because I'm light skinned because I can't get no one. It is. If you don't hear it, my whole point is the women are the ones who complain about this shit more than men. Don't really care about this shit. Men don't really care about this shit.
No one has ever said that.
How much?
But I saw a girl who was in 5th grade who hung herself because everybody at school kept calling her a black monkey and all kind of shit every day, and she hung herself.
This just got deep.
That's a fact. That happens often.
But that's a whole. You don't think that shit happens to the people
who get teased for being light skinned?
A lot of people because they think like they're
to the point where they want to kill themselves.
They're punks.
To the point where they want to kill themselves.
I have seen because they think they're punk. Light skinned. He's light skinned. Everybody. First of all, when we used to be in the club fighting, they always want to fight me because I was lighter than everybody.
You was a little yellower back in the day.
My point. So that's what I'm like. So niggas, he's a pretty boy, nigga. Let's fuck him up because I know he can't fight. Not knowing I'm swift with my shit. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to tell you. Breonna, the whole point of the matter is no matter how you want to say it, do dark-skinned women dark-skinned people probably get it works differently with males. Right now, dark-skinned males are probably more.
It's every woman in the world loves a dark, dark and handsome man.
Okay, so everybody
most men in the world do not want no dark-skinned woman. That's fact.
Every woman don't want no light-skinned man. Dark-skinned men are probably more preferably right now to everybody. What's the nigga? My man from off Snowfall. Every woman wants this nigga. 10 years ago with light-skinned niggas, nobody would want this black ass nigga. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like I'm telling you, man. Like he's
a decent looking guy though.
Not with them outfits he been putting on lately.
He be putting that shit on. Don't do my man. I like y'all.
For the fishnet, sir. For the fishnet outfit, get the fuck out. That's my man on Franklin. He's that nigga on the show. After that, I don't know what the fuck he's doing.
He be having cool shit on.
No, he don't. Son. That's a whole nother level. But that's what I'm saying. It works both ways. Dark-skinned men are preferred, or a lot preferred. That's all I hear about. I'm a dark-skinned man.
They're preferred sexually.
I don't give a fuck.
They're preferred sexually.
I don't want to look like that nigga either. So that's cool. Y'all can have them. It's just the point. I don't care. Most people don't care. That's the point. I'm gonna get what I'm gonna get. You gonna get what you gonna get. My point is the matter is that it happens on both sides. Now it may affect women more.
We're talking about dating. Most people's sexual preferences spill over into their dating preferences. It's all in one. If most people sexually prefer darker men, okay, cool. That's a plus for them. If most people sexually do not prefer dark women, that's a L for dark women. They have a smaller dating pool because people don't want to have sex with them.
That's a lie.
That's a fact.
That's a lie.
Son, in the whole world, dark people are treated worse, especially the women. That's a fact.
First of all, it is certain people because a lot of people do have that lightning. What the fuck? Black China went out there and sold the lightning cream to the
exactly.
That's on them. Like that's nigga. If that's on you, that's a whole different. That's women and men. Like that's on you to do that shit. Ain't nobody tell you. Look, I don't have feelings for everybody. Has some type of insecurity, but you're not gonna let everything. Like, I don't give a shit, nigga. So I need to go get. Let's play. How many people you know try to get tan? So you gonna say, you want to piece me sound with that? Yeah. So stop what you doing.
I be tanning for sure.
All right, that's it for this episode of Double Standard. Because as you can see, she's on her bullshit. This is This is E.
So we're gonna make sure we get people's opinion on the last one. If you think, just in general, or not even in general, as far as dating, darker women have a smaller dating pool and are treated way, way worse than lighter men, please let me know in the comments because I'm right and you're wrong.
Women always
you want to close out, Rich?
I just wanted to say when we talking about double standards, it's in a very complimentary way. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think it should be two different standards for men and women. concerning different things going on in the world. But at the same time, I think it's important that we have honest and transparent conversations about it. And that's what this show is for. So thanks everybody for tuning in.
Appreciate y'all.
See y'all next week.